Hey everybody, I just wanted to show my latest PixieBrix creation. So um, most of you know I make YouTube videos and do it on various subjects, generally about Trello. But something that you can do on YouTube is if you add markdown to, or not even just markdown, just actual text to your video description and say, like timestamps with 10 is Trello, 1:30 other. Move this out of the way. If you save that, when you go to the video, it actually will create chapters for you like this, so you can like go straight to those timestamps in the video. So that's super cool and handy to do. And I found a way to do that with PixieBrix. While I'm going through, I can just like watch the video over here, and then whenever I pause it, I can add a chapter called chapter name, and then watch more, scroll a little further through, and whenever I get to a next part, Command K, create chapter, another chapter. And then notice when I'm done here, I just copy and paste that into here. So made that with PixieBrix, super easy to do. And when I refresh the page, it will clear that out so I can start using that again on another video. So let's look at how this works under the hood. We'll go to Inspect and PixieBrix. All right, so I actually have 3 different PixieBrix workflows that I use to make this work. So the first one is creating the chapters. And for that, I use the quickbar. Notice when I did like Command K, it brought up that input right there. You can actually change what you want your quickbar command to be by click Add Quickbar, clicking right here and scrolling down to the PixieBrix section. Went past it. You can toggle the quick bar to be something else. For instance, let's say I actually want it to be Command Q. Now when I do Command Q, it will bring up the bar right there. So we're going to start with that. And then I've created something called Create Chapters. I've got it where it runs only on studio.youtube.com, which is, where I'm generally editing these videos at. The next brick I want to add is get shared page state. And basically what I'm doing is looking at the state of the page. Next, I want to use this very specific selector to grab data from the page to help me figure out what's the actual timestamp. What are we at? And then we'll use this regex extractor to actually grab the time piece from the selector that we just grabbed in the previous brick. Next, I'm going to show a modal that asks me, name this chapter, what's this chapter about, looks like this. That way it lets me define what the chapter is. Then I'm going to have to do this sort of behind the scenes dark magic to basically create that state of the rendered sort of markdown of what I want to put. That's going to include basically all of the different times plus, include the time that I want to use plus the actual timestamp and the format, and place the message in there. So I have everything I need right there that I can grab from. And it's going to update the state with that. This is setting the state with what we just created over there. And then lastly, we have a show sidebar. So whenever I click create chapters, it's grabbing the state. It's letting me set chapter name here. And then when I submit that, it's updating the state with that and then opening up this brick over here. Let me move this out of the way so you can see a little easier. Yeah. And then for YouTube chapters, that's where we actually show what renders here in this side brick. So we just have a sidebar input, and we add another brick for get shared page state, and that's where we're just pulling the state, and we render the markdown, use this code to basically show for each item in the times, show the time and the message, and puts it there. So then that makes it really easy to copy and paste that. And then lastly, I have a clear markdown state trigger. So every time the page loads on Studio.YouTube, it refreshes what's in here. You'll see that way it just can clear it out So if I have any errors with it, or if I want to move on to another video, I don't just have like a log of all the other ones in there. So literally you just want a trigger for page load, set shared state, and then basically just clearing out the state there. And then show sidebar brings it up there for us. So it's there and ready to go. So cool. So that's how I do it, how I'm going to start making chapters super easily for all my YouTube videos. So get excited to see more of those.